Hey everyone, do you know who Abraham is? He is one of the most important people in the Bible. In fact, the Bible says that all the people on earth today can trace their family tree back to him. That means that Abraham is our ancestor. Can you believe it? So who exactly is Abraham? Where did he come from? And what did God like so much about him? Let's find out. Abraham was born in a place called Ur of the Chaldees, which is in present-day Iraq. His father's name was Terah, and he was a very rich man who worshipped idols. Abraham had two brothers, one named Nar and the other When Abraham was 89 years old, God told him to leave his home and travel to a land that God would show him. So Abraham packed up and left with his wife Sarai and his father Terah. They traveled to Haran and stayed there for 2 years. When Terah died, Abraham moved on to a place called Canaan, where God promised to give him and his descendants the land for an everlasting possession. That's right, God gave Abraham a promise just like he gave Adam and Eve a promise in the Garden of Eden. But unlike Adam and Eve, Abraham believed God and trusted him, and God liked that very much. In fact, the Bible says that God liked Abraham so much because he was willing to leave his home and go to a land that he didn't know, all because he believed God's promise. Abraham always obeyed God and lived a life pleasing to God. For example, when God asked him to sacrifice his only son Isaac, he never questioned God and prepared for his son's sacrifice. But at the last minute, God stopped him and said that he was pleased with Abraham because he had passed the test of faith. The Bible tells us that we should follow Abraham's example and have faith in God's promises. Okay friends, I hope you learned something today. If you want to learn more about Abraham, read Genesis chapters 12 through 25. There you will see how God kept his promise to Abraham and gave him a son when he was very old, and how Abraham had faith in God even when things were scary and difficult. Remember, we can do hard things if we have faith in God, just like Abraham. Okay, thank you for watching. See you next time.